Andrew.
Kevin.
So, Baldur's Gate 3. Did you like
Yo.
it?
Yeah, it's great. I
I would
haven't
say
beat it, but it's great.
I would say objectively people liked this game. I would say objectively it's a good game. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, extremely.
Well, not everyone as everything is, as everything has agreed with that. Um, so it's got some reviews, some spicy reviews to have you hit you with. And if you want, you can try and guess the number that they left on a 1 through 10, or I guess a 0 through 10 technically. But I tried to like not grab like obvious meme, bad game meme or good game meme reviews, you know? Like I
Right.
tried to grab ones that were like had they could be funny, but had some like I can imagine someone just raging behind this keyboard, just slamming on it. So if that makes sense. Like I can see these are real words coming out of someone's mouth.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So the first one, start a little slow. Good history and artistic works. By the way, I'm gonna try and read how they're punctuated. Good history and artistic works, but the combat style isn't the best for me. I consider that someone that likes the game would have a good experience. So fairly reasonable review, I would say. They said, "Hey, this is cool, but not for me." What do you think that person rated it?
This is cool enough for me. I mean, for a game like that, if I can appreciate how good it is, and I know and I realize how good it is, I'd still give it like a 7.
So they rated it a 4.
That's insane.
Now give you a hint. That is the highest review I have.
Oh no.
And it's probably the most sane review I have too. All
It's
right.
gonna be one of those kind of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. The next one. What to say when you see that something like that got a score of 9.7, bigger than some classics like Half-Life, BioShock, Portal, Vice City, StarCraft, etc. You can see the state of the gaming industry. A large part of the game is just a bad movie. 10 minutes of talking, 5 minutes of turn-based combat, then another 10 minutes of talking, and let's not forget the 5 minutes of cinematic where someone moves their lips and eyes if they are constipated when the narrator explains everything to us because we are blind and deaf. Some locations are decent, but apart from them, everything is pathetic. The biggest city is just a joke. No spoiler, but look like a joke. How they
Look
hyped
like a
it up.
joke.
Yeah, it looked like a joke how they hyped it, and nothing in the end. Companions are annoying, and they're just to piss off the main character. Same with the romance. Gameplay is turn-based 5e system, so bad from the start. The story is full of cliches and predictable, while the endings only one is decent, no spoilers.
Okay.
So that person hated the game. Um, so they rated that
Assuming they gave it
to
like a 2.
spot on. They gave it a 2.
Yeah.
I will accept that they did not like it. So
Not for
fuck.
everybody.
Yeah,
I get
not
it.
for everyone. All right, next one. Bad attempt at turning Baldur's Gate into a Diablo game. The story is bad and the gameplay is worse. Before level 4, Healed Vampire, Hag, Mind Flayer, Devil, Harpies, Goblins, Ogre, Gith, Artifact killing level 2 Wizard, and so on. At that pace, I would expect to kill Demogorgon at level 6 and Bane at level 12. Worst attempt at throwing the entire monster's manual at us at once.
I would extremely disagree with that because that sounds.
First of
You fight a
all,
lot of goblins, honestly, in the first bit of the game.
no, that's what they're saying is you kill all these before level 4.
No, you absolutely. What?
He's saying you've killed all these monsters at level 4 or
Okay.
before level 4. I don't know. He, the part that I get lost at the part where he says bad attempt at turning Baldur's Gate into a Diablo game.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Diablo whatsoever.
Maybe he's just talking about like the hordes of things that are coming at you, but I wouldn't describe it as hordes. Uh,
No, that doesn't even make sense to me, what he's saying, to be honest.
yeah. So, care to guess what they rated it?
I'm assuming a 1.
A 0.
I don't even know 0 was an option. Jeez.
Yeah, apparently Metacritic, you can do zeros.
Okay.
All right. I'll just leave pointers, to be honest, and I'm so sad that I'm giving this a 1 star, but it was that bad for both myself and the friends who got it to play as a group. All right, he's got pointers. Point 1, poor character creation. Buggy mess full of graphical and audio issues. Everything was blurry. Starting area is a hideous, ugly mess that doesn't engage you at all. Also, as the tutorial area gives you no real guidance or tutorial, which just feels stupid. Combat is dull and repetitive with no charm of actual D&D. Feels like a single-player adventure with multiplayer tacked on. There's no reason to do stuff as a group. That being said, random encounters can pop out of nowhere. Companions are given to whoever starts the conversation and can't switch them to someone else if you don't want them.
That's not
Options
true.
menu kept resetting certain changes upon saving. People saying this the game gets good after 4 hours or so. Who wants to be unengaged by a game like that that's for so long before it gets good? Playing on a controller due to joint issues. All right, I won't judge you on that. The characters are incredibly unresponsive sometimes. With time, balance fixing, and a Divinity style definitive edition, this might be all right for now. However, thank goodness for Steam refunds and the original game.
Wow.
So I'll give them some things. Like it was buggy. There were some bugs at launch. I get it.
Yeah.
Um, and some of the dialogue options are weird when playing multiplayer. I'll give him that. Like one of his points was everything was blurry. Like I,
That's a you issue in your settings.
yeah,
That's a computer issue.
I'm pretty sure you need to get glasses, my guy.
Like, you need to check your graphics card drivers or something, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, he gave it a 0.
0.
Also, the character creation in this game is pretty good. Like, it's
Yeah,
got some
honestly,
good
for what
stuff to
it
it.
is.
All right, they're just gonna get slightly more unhinged as we go, apparently.
Okay, I'm in. I love it.
For the game to put more emphasis on genitals than facial construction and body styles, unreal. I understand they are trying to push all the political wokeness and racy envelopes possible, but this game is a hot pile of garbage compared to older games. I would rather play Skyrim again because the level of polish between a 15-year-old game and this new one is unquestionable. Please spend more time creating robust storylines and different character creation options without jumping directly on the flavor of the year garbage train.
Wow. That guy sounds like he'd be really fun to hang out with.
Yeah, you rated a 0 also. Um I don't like it doesn't sound like he actually played the game. Like so many of these reviews are hung up on the character creator and like I just wild.
They just like make their character and then they're like, no, this is a bad game.
Sounds like
Bad
they
game, not good.
barely even made their character because there's like a lot of options. Like there's good options for the character creator.
Yeah, and I mean, choosing your genitals, that's a cool thing. Not a lot of games do that. It's like this game, Cyberpunk, that's about it.
I will give him like you don't get to like do some of the like like super fully like fine detailed manipulating, but also, and I'm not judging anyone who does that, but I ain't nobody got time for that.
True. I mean, yeah, if there's like a character creator like Street Fighter, for instance, you can make your character. I spent like 5 hours making my character in Street Fighter, and I'm still not that happy with it. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
should
it's
have put
it's
more.
still ugly looking.
So, like, sometimes it's nice to not have those options because you get to play the game faster. You're just in it. You're not spending 5 hours in character creation. and it just
Yeah.
looks better to have like essentially just a lot of presets. I think is what a lot of character creation should be,
Yeah.
and then options to tweak it if you want.
Yeah. I like this one. I mean, I like all, but this one tickles me. I fell for the hype and purchased this game because I wanted to see what all the fuzz about after seeing it do breaking numbers on Steam. I have played it for over 40 hours and feel like I can make my review on it on Metacritic. So like, let me break it down. He admits he's played it for 40 hours.
Okay, that's a bit of time. That's a good amount of time.
Anyways, to start the review, this is a game for boomers.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Has that old Windows 98 feel, like playing Morrowind, you'll get lost a lot. Old school feel. It felt like I was in the BC era as I was playing it. Turn-based, check. Like, I feel like he started a checklist, but then this is the only part, but he says turn-based check. Why is this game turn-based? It's 2023, not the 90s. Turn-based is something that needs to completely die so gaming can reach its next level. The only thing keeping turn-based alive are boomers because their fingers can't play a real game without getting arthritis. Just like boomers are holding back the world, boomers are holding back video games with their outdated mindsets and refusing to adopt. You can see this. You can see this when they whine and cry about a game is not turn-based, but log in their Metacritic accounts to give a 10 score to their favorite game being turn-based like this one. Showering with nonstop praise like if they were playing Ocarina of Time for the first time in the 90s. Now to sum up my review. 0 out of 0, overrated, outdated, boomer trash. Final Fantasy 16 was way better than this junk.
Wow. I feel bad for these people. I really do. Like,
I don't know. That one gets me. That one, in my opinion, is the best. Like, I can imagine so perfectly this dude just like raging, like slamming his keyboard, like, fucking boomers, they're ruining the world and they're ruining everything else.
and like he hit enter to submit it, and he just had the biggest smile on his face as he leaned back in his chair and put his
Yeah.
arms up behind his head. And he laughed to himself in like his basement room. He's like, that'll show them.
My work here is done.
Like, the only reason turn-based games exist is because of boomers. Like, what?
Also, this guy played the game for 40 hours.
That's like the kind of person that like eats their entire meal and orders dessert, and then they go up and they're like, yeah, I want a refund.
So like, you put 40 hours into this game that he thinks is a 0, but he spent 40 hours. He played this game the amount someone would go to work during a week, and he thought it was not like it was a 0. That's what is crazy to me. Like, everything is either a 10 or a 0 nowadays. There's like no nuances. All right, that was in my opinion the best, most unhinged one. The rest, and they're whatever. But yeah. All right. Hi. This game is not my taste.
Wait, he started the interview by saying hi?
Yeah, he started the review by saying hi.
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 The interview. That's weird.
This game is not my taste. This game has a bad style. I wish it was first person. 0 out of 0.
At that point, you don't want like this is clearly not the game for you. I only play first person shooter games. I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate. Oh, it's not first person. Like, what do you see the trailer? You see the game before you hit purchase. Like, what do you think it's gonna be? This isn't Call of Duty. How did I end up here?
Now, in this person's defense, he was probably meaning like Skyrim first person. But yeah.
I guess. Like, oh, it's D&D. Skyrim's like D&D. They're gonna be like the same. I guess I can see how you could get there. Yeah.
But yeah, he rated it a 0.
Of course.
Like a smartphone game, Subway Surfer is better. Don't buy. Bad graphics, bad mechanics, Audio language not available in the most important languages. All right, I guess I'll give this guy a pass on that. But I feel like it was available in a lot of languages, so I don't know what he's referring to as important. But 80 euros on the PlayStation Store and 60 on Steam for what? For an old game. There's much better. Many people praise it just because it's the fashion of the moment and everyone talks about it. But let's stop for a moment and analyze. 0 out of 0. Subway Surfer is a better game than that.
Subway Surfer, huh?
Yeah, I love Subway Surfer.
That's a bold claim.
Get ready. Throwing dice in 2023? Seriously? What's wrong with you people? Why do you prefer random instead of tactics?
Wait. I'm laughing, but I don't know if I might picking it up. Throwing dice in 2023? Yeah, like Dungeons and Dragons books don't sell millions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you for the variability of events, but you can keep this dice for yourself.
It's just like, are these people like bros that like don't realize that tabletop games actually exist, and this is literally licensed for like from D&D? Like this is like, oh my god, it's blowing my mind.
Yeah. All right, this last one I feel like was a mistake, but best CRPG by far. Lacks performance in Act 3 and gets more bugs as you progress, but nothing game-breaking. The good outperforms the bad by a lot.
A lot. I'm assuming that's in all caps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it one word, or do they at least separate it into 2 words?
It's separated.
Okay, so he's not dumb.
So most valid review. There were issues Act 3. This person rated it a 0 though. So the best CRPG by far, 0. It gets a 0.
That's.
I feel like this guy did a mistake. He didn't mean to give it a 0, but it
Probably
did
not.
as a
Yeah.
0.
I hope not.
All right, that was what I grabbed. Just a little tidbit.
I like this.
There are some wild ones out there, but I felt like they were almost too jokey. Like, there's no way someone actually thinks that. But yeah, so like, I just wanted to do like some shorter format. So I don't know. We'll do some more. I bet there's some crazy reviews for Armored Core being a From Software game. I'm sure Starfield's gonna have some insane reviews too, so we can do them for those.
Yes, I really like this. Actually, we can make fun of people together as a community.
Yeah.
But I think whenever a big game comes out that we like, we should just check the reviews. We'll sort by negative and go from there.
There's already been some insane reviews for Starfield, who, as of this video coming out, is probably out, but isn't currently. But my favorite so far is people are pissed that you can't land on gas giants. The planets that we physically cannot land on, they're pissed that you can't do that in game.
Bethesda lied. They said you could land on every planet. Can't land on the sun. Yeah, that's not a planet.
It's a star.
Can't land on the thing that will literally kill me in one hit. Like, what, you want them to program in that, yeah, you can land on a fucking pile of flaming gas and just immediately die?
Actually, I would appreciate that.
Shut up, Kevin. 0 out of 10. Can't land on the
0 out of
gas.
10. Not good in. All right, that was that. See you again, Caleb. You.
Bye.